from the 780. You're on the line with MMA Insight. Who are we speaking with? Hello, caller from the 780. You're on the line. Who are we speaking with?
Yeah, this is Mark Pavelich, the owner of the Maximum Fighting Championship.
What's going on, Mark?
What's happening, man? Sorry, guys, I fell asleep. You were talking about DW show, and I started falling asleep when I heard names like Doug Fish and stuff. Sorry, man. So I was out on my feet there for a second. I was like totally asleep.
Damn. What's going on? It's a brand new year, so what's happening? I'm sure you're off and running already. I know you've got a big show coming up. What's going on in the MFC?
February 25th, MFC 28, Supremacy. It's an awesome card, and, I got a lot of great fights on it. And then we got our next show after that scheduled. I can't announce it yet because all the paperwork hasn't been signed, but it's in Ontario, Canada. And that'll be coming up right after that.
Absolutely. And that's, of course, going to be on HDNet there. Give us a little insight who's headlining MFC 28 there.
Well, Ryan Jimmo, right, coming up, winning 13 fights in a row. He's ranked in the top 30 in the world now against Dwayne D-Bomb Lewis. These two right now have been on monster streaks, and they're fighting for the 205 title. And then I got Emmanuel Newton coming back, Rodney Wallace, Razak Al-Hassan, Richie Whitson, Thomas Denny, Tyrone Glover, Robert Washington. This is a fighter's card. I'm sick of it, man. This year, 2011, is going to be about fighting and not just the actual fighter. And that's going to be the difference in my organization. I mean, I got a lot of big names signed in my organization, but people are tired of watching two guys just rolling and doing nothing. It's just time is changing in 2011. I want people to see fights, real people banging it out, and that's what I'm doing come February 25th.
Absolutely. For those just tuning in, we've got Mark Pavelich, owner of the MFC organization. Mark, and I know you said it's about the fights and not really the fighters, but I want to talk about one fighter, Mr. Glover. We had him on the show. You recently signed him. The guy's got nasty jiu-jitsu, but says he doesn't mind banging too. He's coming out of a stand-up camp right there. Who do you have matched up against him?
Robert Washington. Robert the Beast Washington. He's 9-1 against Tyrone Glover, who's 5-0. And everybody knows that Tyrone's 5-0 isn't really a 5-0 because in his fourth fight, he beat Din Thomas. So this is the kind of cats that are coming in my organization this year. They're creeping under the radar, but they're all badasses.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited, to see this because, I just got HDNet, as I told you last time, so I'm excited. This will be the first time that I don't have to,
Were you in jail? Were you in jail? Were you doing time? What do you mean, you just got it now?
I know, I'm behind the times, but I had contact.
Come on, man. You're with it. Everybody's got to get HDNet.
You're right. It's awesome for MMA. So that's why I had to add it. I threw away Comcast, and I've got my HDNet, and I'm a happy man here.
Perfect.
So I'm excited and ready to go. But I know you might not want to talk about it, but we wouldn't be hosts if we didn't. Mr. Antonio McKee is unemployed and looking for work. Does he have a contract that would be signed by you, Mr. Mark Pavelich?
No. Listen, I love Antonio McKee. I love his family. We all get along great. At the same time, I think I don't understand how he could lose to a person like Volkman because Antonio is 10 times the athlete as Volkman. He's a better fighter. I don't know what happened in the fight. I don't watch that show, so I can't comment because I never watched the actual fight. But I'm shocked that he lost. I heard by most accounts that people told me that he won the fight. He lost a split decision, and then his new employers, that's what you get, man. You lose a split decision, they cut you from your contract. So that's the organization, that he chose to be with, and that's his prerogative. I never criticize Antonio for doing whatever he wants to do, and I got a great deal of love and respect for him. At the same time, I'll let him evaluate what he's doing in his life for the next little while, and if we make a deal, we make a deal one day down the road. If we do, we do, and if we don't, we don't. But, I got a great deal of respect for him.
Absolutely. And turning things, from those other guys back to your guys, the main event in this card, MFC 28, the big deal versus D-Bomb. If two guys, if we've never had HDD yet, if you were like me getting out of jail and Comcast, which is the same thing, what should we expect with this main event, Mark?
Someone's going to sleep. That's what you're going to expect because, listen, I'll tell you right now, Ryan Jimmo in his last fight basically dismantled Wilson Govea, tooled him, beat the crap out of him for 3 rounds, pillar to post, back and forth. And then, of course, Dwayne Lewis, with knockouts over, Marvin Eastman, knockouts over Mike Nichols. He puts people to sleep with either hand. You can use either one and he'll put you right to sleep. That's what people don't understand, man. I have to watch fights this year. I want to see people fighting. I don't want to see, pit pad and, that kind of stuff anymore. And the water is getting very, very, very deep in the Maximum Fighting Championships, and the shark's teeth there are getting sharper, So, I'll tell everybody, if you get cut from certain organization, DW show, and you think you should come to my show, trust me when I tell you this, if you're coming here to rebuild your career, you're coming to the wrong place because the Hungry Lions are ready. The Tyrone Glovers and the Washingtons and the Limas and the Dwayne Lewises and the Jimmos. They're going to eat your lunch, and that's what they've been doing, right? So trust me. You want some good advice? If I call you and you just got cut from DW show, hang up the phone. You don't want to come here, okay?
Dang. It's like that, Mark.
It's like that. It's 100% like that. Just ask all of those vets that came to my show. They thought they were going to come here and rebuild their career. They fought twice, got whacked in both fights, and they got cut. That's what happens when they came here. They didn't realize that, this is a very dangerous place to come because these kids here, they're on another level. I think mentally now because they realize they're in the largest organization in Canada, probably the 3rd largest organization in North America, and they realize that now, and they realize this is a place where they can make a living. They can get tons of exposure, and this is the place for them to come. And they revel in the idea of fighting guys that think they're so much better than them, and then they get here and then they squash them. And I love that.
Fair enough. You've built your organization to be something, to be proud of, something to be feared of. And, and it seems that you once again have caught the attention of the media world as you've been named one of the top Canadian personalities of 2010. You're up there with Hawani, who's having a heck of a year, GSP, and then among others. How does it feel to be recognized there?
That's a nice thing to have happen, But like I said, I don't get caught up on that kind of stuff. I'm trying to go down in history as with my organization as something I have such a long way to go, so I don't really get caught too much in that. I think it's a nice thing that happened. I think I'm 10 times more of a personality than Ariel Helwani and George St. Pierre. So, coming third to me, I was kind of like, oh, third, really? I thought I should have been first. So that's my opinion, But, George St. Pierre is a 10 times better fighter, and Hawani's a great interviewer guy, but personality-wise and, machismo-wise and everything else like that, no, they're not in the same planet.
I kind of figured you'd do that.
Hey, Mark, I was looking over your recent the MFC, and all the fantastic fighters that will be on the MFC 28 card at the Maximum Fighting Championship. And I was wondering, there are 2 names that I was surprised are not on this card as of yet, and those are Douglas Lima and Ryan Ford.
Well, Lima's going to fight in March, right? He's going to be on MFC 29, and the other gentleman, I'm not sure. He's indifferent right now with what's going on, and I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. So you would have to ask him because I'm not sure what it is. So.
Well, I saw speaking in regards to that, I saw some weird things on Facebook. You talking about like guys in Edmonton who think they're the toughest fighters and all this, and also on Ryan Ford's Facebook, I hear that he's trying to make his own promotion.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't read his stuff, but I don't know what he's doing, and like everybody, it looks easy. Everybody wants to be like promoters want to be fighters, fighters want to be promoters. Agents want to be fighters. It's a crazy world, right? So everybody's kind of trying to find their place, the rightful place in the MMA world.
Is he still under MFC contract?
Yeah, he's still under contract, 100% for another year. He's got another 2 fights left on his contract, and hopefully, he'll come back, and wanna finish it up properly, and that's it.
Yeah, hopefully everything works out.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have no problems with him. He does what he wants to do. So.
All right. Well, Mark, we know you've got a lot going on. MFC 28 Supremacy. It's going to be held on Friday, February 25th. It's going to be at 10 p.m. And, of course, the place to catch it all, HDNet. Anything else you should let fans know other than checking out MaximumFighting.com, where they can get all the news and instant updates on your organization?
Oh, yeah. I want everybody to pay attention this year, because we're gonna really rise above last year, and I couldn't be any more excited. Between our new website's going to be done here in the next month, you'll consistently see our fighter roster getting better and better and better, and looking at the quality of fighters. I'm looking for depth this year. I just don't want to go, I got this one guy, and then I got this one guy like other organizations out there. I don't want to name the names of the organizations like Strikeforce, but those kind of shows, there's not a lot of depth to their divisions, and I'm going to work on depth this year. That's my big thing. So.
Absolutely. You're signing them left and right. We're excited to see it, and as always, we thank you for stopping by and spreading the word of the MFC with us.
Thanks, fellas, for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
Take care.
All right. That was Mark Pavelich, owner, president of the MFC Maximum Fighting Championship in that great country to the north of us. Lots of stuff going down. They're on HDNet, and they've got a lot of great talent. They're signing a lot of guys. He said he'll pass on signing Antonio McKee, yet he did leave that door cracked just in case Antonio wants to stick his hand in and say, hi, I'm back.
I feel that door is open.
Yeah, it's wide open. It's wide open, but, it'll be interesting to see if Antonio wants to go back after, might be a little bit awkward, because he was a champ. He kind of just, up and left and hauled behind over to the UFC, which nobody's going to blame him, including Mark. But, it is what it is. And, Mark is focused, man. He doesn't call the competition by name unless he's calling out Strikeforce, and he doesn't watch the program. He says he's tuned into what he's got to do, which is good because he's got a lot of big names and a lot of hype on HDNet. So.
Well, yeah, he's definitely been successful so far, and I think the next time, while we have a caller on the line who is our guest, who's not real happy with the UFC, we should probably talk about the MFC, the Maximum Fighting Championship, before we pick up his line.
Oh no, we could do that, but that's the part of why Mark says he should be number one on that list. That charisma, that entertainment, he feeds off that kind of stuff. I love it. So I'll give him a softball on that perspective and just allow him to take it right out of the park and then get right into what he's doing. But 60 seconds ago, sorry guys who all tuned in for Mr. Renzo Gracie. Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe got tied up. no excuses there. But from our end, and I hope all is well. We're going to get in touch with him. We'll reschedule it. No problem, no biggie, and we'll have him on. We want to thank Mark Pavelich and the MFC for coming on, as always, there. And we want everyone to tune in to HTRMMA.com. Check it out. All the news and rumors and interviews. We want to thank Deucebug for our brand new intro theme. Check him out. He's on YouTube. He's rolling with the biggest of names in hip hop. So check him out. RJ, you got anything left to kick out?
Yeah, I'd like to say big shout out to Ant Bombjack, who got this whole thing together with Deucebug, great Connecticut rapper. And check out Deucebug on Google. Check him out on YouTube. You're going to love his stuff. He's opened up for the Wu-Tang Clan, Capadonna. I mean, a bunch of these guys. So check him out, Deucebug, DUECEBUG, on YouTube and Google.
Absolutely. We will see you next week. Currently, we're trying to get Phil Baroni on, and hopefully it'll be next week. Get all the details, once again, on HTRMMA.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We will see you online.